Hey guys, welcome back to the Gulf Coast Growth Show. I'm your host, Jason Lee, joined by my co-host, Zeke Smith.
What's up, Jason?
And Melissa Wolkenhauer with the business director of the Industry Business Roundtable. Melissa, glad to have you today.
Thank you. Thank you for having
excited.
me.
This is a special episode, and we're talking about the Industrial Procurement Forum on May 21st.
Yes.
And so this is really just to kind of get the word out, spread the word, and really help people better understand what it's about. So let's dive in and start talking about it. Tell us a little bit about it.
Sure. It's May 21st, 7 to 10 a.m. at San Jac, Lyondell, Basel, CPET Center. So where most of the Economic Alliance events are, but early morning event. We have a great panel, great keynotes. But the goal for the Industrial Procurement Forum is to really connect leaders, connect business professionals, procurement professionals, all in one room to discuss opportunities, to discuss growth. We want to discuss how people can partner together and strengthen relationships in the industrial sector. So overall, just connecting people, and that's really what the Economic Alliance does. That's what Industry Business Roundtable does. So it's a great alignment for me to be really part of this event, and as well as BIC Alliance.
Gotcha. So, like we have a big event every year in September. I think it's September, yeah. So it's September, and it's the Industry Forum, and that's more of a broad, overview of everything happening. Forecasting, annual review, lots of great keynotes. It's a big event. It's really, really powerful. Now this one's different.
Yes.
Right, and so the unique difference between let's say that event and specifically what's happening at the procurement, forum is. What's the main difference from our other events? Yeah,
we're getting a little bit more into the nitty-gritty. The Gulf Coast Industry Forum is broader, much bigger.
Massive,
much bigger platform. But this, we're getting specific with different procurement directors. This one specific is with more of the EPC companies.
Nice.
So we're trying to get people that, more suppliers, vendors, those type of companies can work with, but also end users can go and they can see what some of these EPC companies are doing and kind of try to figure out how they could align with their goals as well. So just trying to connect everybody to see who can grow and do business, what projects those companies are working on. The Port Houston specifically, they requested to be part of this panel because they are trying to grow their contractor base.
Gotcha.
They have a lot of work going on. They need to find people that they can work with and to continue their projects. So,
So, it sounds like these are people who are coming and saying, hey, I want to tell you what we need and who we need to do business with, and here's how you can do business with us.
Correct.
I mean, to me, it feels like
it aligns right with Chad and the organization.
It sounds
members
like
doing business with members.
Like if I was a salesperson who sold whatever it is that
widgets,
you sell to these
industrial
folks,
widgets.
I would be like, wait a minute, these people are coming in and they're asking to meet more vendors and do work with us. And how do you do work with us? That sounds like a gold mine. That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
I pay huge bucks for a room full of business owners telling me what they want for me to sell them.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool. And so this is really about that.
Yes, exactly. Okay. That's exactly what it's about.
Okay.
We're trying to connect people so that people can do business with each other. So,
I think you just got Jason to sign up to show up. I don't know.
Yeah, I love it.
He was going to go until right now.
That's what we're trying to do.
Somebody would just please tell me what to sell them. I'd be fine. As long as I know.
I remember my first day at the Alliance, Jason.
But even companies like the Health and Safety Council, they will of course be there because they work with all these EPCs. These EPCs are sending their contractors to go do their testing there. So things like that, just perfectly aligns. And having companies like a tank company and people that do fabrication that then fabricate products that go to these EPCs, all of it connects and intertwines.
Huh. Cool. So what can people expect to hear from the leadership panel?
Sure. So we have Scott Tanley with Zachry. We have, Erica Lynch with Port Houston, Mac McBurney with Optimal Field Services, and David Humphreys with Technip. So Jeremy Osterberger with BIC, he will be moderating this panel, and he'll be asking them questions, trying to get into what projects that they're working on so that people that are in the audience can kind of lead into figuring out how their services or products can align with what projects they're working on. So that part is really great. And then we have the two keynotes. So we have Scott Castleman with CCS Alliance. He's going to be discussing carbon capture. And then Charles Fridge, the CEO of Verde. So he'll also be speaking as well. The carbon capture connection here is it's a growing market, and a lot of these industrial companies like these EPCs are going that direction because some of the petrochemical projects have been delayed and pushed back, so they're trying to find other avenues. We're having an event in July about data centers and power, so everybody's trying to expand and grow their footprints in different ways, and so this is a good way to introduce the carbon capture to maybe some people that aren't educated, or go a little bit more into the nitty-gritty about it for people that kind of know about it and need to learn more about it, and that's really how that alignment makes sense.
Yeah, we've heard of several of the owners, just the podcast, of talking about their own ventures into the carbon capture world. So certainly wise to start discussing it, because as soon as the owner operators start doing it, we're going to have to go after it, right?
Yes, yeah. And so it's really going to be educational, those 2 keynotes, and those 2 are great. Scott is really going to, he has, CCS Alliance also has the owners involved as well. So that's his members. And so he's talking about how they're working with him within his alliance. And, and the initiatives that they're going to be working on to drive that market forward. Verde is a little bit more specific, so he's going to talk a little bit more in deep depth about that.
What's the structure of the day, if you don't mind? So you said, obviously, we said 7 to 10 a.m., so are we kicking off with a breakfast? How are we doing this?
Yes, so we kick off, we have the breakfast, everybody can come in, start getting breakfast, but we also have some booths around, and there's still some more booth spaces available if anybody is interested in that. I don't know, Jason. And so people can go around, network, and then we'll start kicking it off. We'll start with, I believe it's Scott, and then we'll go with Charles. And so we'll have the 2 keynotes, and then we'll go into the panel, because the panel can get a little bit expansive. We have the questions, so we'll have Slido set up so people can submit questions throughout the panel.
Oh, that's Nick. That's great.
Yeah. And so we'll be fielding those and sending them to Jeremy as he's moderating. He tries to throw it in throughout, but at the end is usually when a lot of the questions happen. So we're trying to get the audiences engaged as much as possible. And then we did prepare the panel all to kind of stay a little bit after. So that part's really nice for the people that are attending. They kind of all line up and almost, fangirl over the different panelists trying to get in front of them. And they heard things throughout the panel saying like, oh, they have this, I can work with that person, so I need to go talk to Mac.
Right.
So they'll all kind of pick and choose.
I was just thinking, if they're on the Slido, or what do you call it?
Slido.
Yeah, Slido.
Yeah.
So if they're on Slido, I would totally pitch them a question like to get what I needed to have and put them on the spot, and then be like who do I need to talk to get in?
Better grease Jeremy on that. He may just skip over yours.
That's
Jason Leone. I know what's going on here.
Jeremy's getting a G.
Sly
When I
Fox.
walk in, I'm saying, okay, you take my question.
Are there,
Teeing it up.
that's pretty jam-packed for 3 hours. Are there going to be any networking opportunities, like just as you walk in?
Beginning.
Okay.
Yeah, the beginning is really the biggest networking opportunity. And then at the end, when everybody's kind of lining up to try and talk to the panelists, there's still networking opportunities at the end. But really try to get there early. Doors open at 7. Get there at 7, because we don't kick off everything until about 7:30. We'll start introducing all the booths and everything, and then get into it.
And you mentioned breakfast. Is that like Chick-fil-A?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Of course not, because, Economic Alliance doesn't do anything, like that. So it'll be more of an Ernie's style, I believe.
It depends on our sponsorship that we need some more. Can skill up our breakfast.
Bacon, eggs,
Okay, there you go.
Good old Ernie's, man. They always come through.
And then as far as, we talked about the networking opportunities, but who needs to be in this room?
Really.
Who are the people who are going to
Audience, yep.
Yeah, so people that are trying to go after these EPCs, the Zachrys, the Technips, you gotta, if you're trying to sell to them, go to this and try to learn about what they're working on that you can align with. So, a lot more of your suppliers, people that are giving products, and safety services companies.
Subcontractors?
Subcontractors, yeah. And
any kind of specialty contractor would be good. Look, I think some of the value here is, even if Zachry and Technip or Optimal aren't targets right now, hearing those stories is ammo for you to go meet with some other EPC and say, hey, I was at this forum and I heard this is what's going on. How is that affecting you all?
Yeah.
And so you get a little bit more education.
You sound like you know what you're
connection.
doing.
That's right. Yeah. Gives you some connection with other customers, not just the ones on the stage there. So
sure.
Yeah, these are super valuable, and these folks are always willing to give back. I've had a lot of positive experiences, taking good notes. You can take copious amounts of notes of these things.
Yeah.
The old AI note taker in full effect for folks in this thing, for sure.
Yeah. Now it's so much easier now with
Right,
AI.
I know.
Like, you're not always just scribbling it down.
I
You can
write
just kind of
so
have
terrible
it
when
there.
I'm doing fast, so yeah, anyway, but yeah.
Yeah, and Port Houston is really unique. I really want to talk about that because they specifically asked to be on this.
That's cool.
So really, contractors that have been trying to get in with the port, this is a perfect opportunity to do that because they want contractors. They need them for what they're working on. So I think, this is a great opportunity for anybody that's trying to get a foot in the door there.
And we know they've got a little bit of work coming up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a little
bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just making the biggest port in the country just a bit bigger.
Yeah, no big deal.
No.
And then, as far as anybody who's considering attending or sponsoring, what would you say to those folks that are thinking about getting involved?
Definitely get involved and get involved sooner because we are continuously doing promotion. And so the earlier that you get signed up as a sponsor, the more you're on the invite like this and on the promotions on social media and everything. You want your logo, you want to be promoted. And so, and being aligned with this event, just shows that you're more integrated with the Economic Alliance, you're more, involved with the industry and what's the growth that's going on. So yes, there are definitely still sponsorships available. You can go on the Economic Alliance website, and when you go to register, all of the sponsor opportunities are right on there.
Cool.
And so anytime we do promotions on social, there's always links to register and get involved. There's still tables involved, booths involved, and other smaller sponsorships as well. Bigger sponsorships always are wanted, but anything that can kind of fit your palate and try to get your foot in the door and get you some exposure, you want to be aligned with this type of event.
Gotcha.
It's not a significant investment if one person wants to come and walk around and attend, right? It's not.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if there's a single business person that's like, hey, I want to dip my toes in and
Yeah, you
try
just wanna
it
see
here.
it.
Yep.
Yeah. There's
So-
individual seating, so you can always go to just kind of go and see and
And
Great.
Jason, I mean, you obviously know this, but the three of us know that Economic Alliance can be a super welcoming group. If you're solo walking around, somebody's going to ask you, hey, what's your name? Where are you from? What do you do? So if anybody's a little nervous about walking around a giant event by yourself, this is the one to start with because everybody's going to try to talk to you and see what you do and what's going on and help you. And certainly Jason and I being there and we'll help do that as well, make connections as we always do. So
absolutely. And this one is like dipping your toes in for Gulf Coast Industry Forum, so I gotta
That's-
give Russell credit for that one. But
that's
that's
the big daddy, for sure.
And then, as we get ready to close out, is there anything that you'd want to make sure we leave with our audience before we wrap up?
Something maybe next Friday?
Oh, yeah, next Friday. I also, we'll be talking about the Safety Excellence Awards and their winners at this event because the winners will be announced next Friday, May 15th. But then at this event, it'll obviously be the 21st, right after it. So I have already a presentation during my keynote to recognize all of those best-in-class winners. So
Nice.
we're pretty excited about that.
Sweet.
And
Okay.
so Optimal is one of our finalists, so they'll be receiving an award. So, it's very exciting.
That is exciting.
Yeah. It all
Fantastic.
aligns, and it's exciting that all of this intertwines so well.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So, go to the website.
Yeah.
With the Economic Alliance, and then events. You can register there.
Yes.
Get a ticket, and/or if you're interested in sponsorship, that's all you got to do.
Yeah, absolutely. And show up and bring lots of business cards and bring a smile. You'll feel comfortable and welcomed, and
Fantastic.
rain or shine, it's inside.
It's a great place. And Melissa, how do people find you? You're pretty active on LinkedIn, right?
Yeah.
That's the easiest way probably to find you.
Yeah, LinkedIn is usually the best way, and you'll see lots of pictures of me. Sorry about it.
All they got to do is just type in your name. It's
Yeah.
Melissa Wolkenhauer.
Yes. WOLK.
So the blooper reel will show how many times Jason had to rehearse that. So I can't wait.
Yeah, Wolkenhauer.
Yeah.
Good job, dude.
No,
You're
but
great.
for somebody that is trying to find you for real on LinkedIn, they would say Melissa, and then how do you spell it, the last name?
WOLKENHAUER.
There you go.
It's
Wolkenhauer.
more intimidating.
Yeah.
Just start with Melissa
yeah.
Wolk.
Yeah.
W-O-L-K.
Wolk.
I'm sure that'll.
Yes,
get you right
WOLK,
up.
you'll find me.
There you go.
Yeah.
Your search
It
algorithm
was
will
actually
get you
not
there.
intimidating at all once I got it.
Yeah. It
If
just
he had
looks
not
like-
told me how intimidated I should have been, that was it. He got it.
He got in your head.
He gave me the
Inception.
yips.
Yeah.
Inception.
It was horrible.
Yeah, sorry, buddy.
Yeah, it's all good. Well, we're glad to have you.
Yeah.
You got a great smile, great
Awesome.
energy to kick off the shows this week. Take it, and then pass this on to somebody. Like I said, the thing that makes this organization so great is that we are centered around helping you find business, helping you create opportunities. And so my encouragement to our audience is, if you're trying to get a foot in the door, you don't know where to get a foot in the door. I have people ask me all the time when I'm out and about, business owners that are trying to get plugged in. They say, well, how do I do? And I'm like, dude, I'm in money. Like, I have no idea how you would get into the plants. Or work with those guys. But this is actually the answer.
Yep.
So I've actually got 2 or 3 people when you were talking that I was thinking about them. Like, remember how you're always asking me how to get your foot in the door? This is what you need to go
Start
to.
there, yeah.
Start there. So if you're trying to figure out how to get in, or you already know how to get in, but you want to know who to go sell to, or how to go sell to them, or where the answers are at, this event is literally designed for you to go do business, which is phenomenal. So we encourage you to do that. Take action. And if you don't know and it's not meant for you, pass it on, forward it. Simple. You just click the little link and put it in your text, and then just send it out to somebody who needs to hear it. And we'd love to have you do that. And if you have feedback or want to give us recommendations for guests for our show, send us a note. You can reach Zeke Smith or Jason Lee. We're easy to find on LinkedIn. And as always, we appreciate you guys, and we look forward to seeing you guys next week.